Did you know that the Bible has over 2,000 verses about money? And no, these aren't just ancient lessons. They are clear rules that still work today. Today, I'm going to show you 11 proven biblical lessons on how to save, invest, and not waste what God gives you. And I assure you that what you discover here could change the way you manage money forever. Lesson number 1. Saving and planning is wise. The story of Joseph is probably one of the clearest examples of how the Bible teaches saving and planning. He interpreted Pharaoh's dream and saw that 7 years of abundance were coming, followed by 7 years of famine. His advice was simple but powerful. Set aside 1/5 of all the harvest during the years of abundance, that is, 20%. Yes, that same 20% rule that personal finance experts use today was already in practice thousands of years ago. Joseph not only saved Egypt from famine but turned a crisis into prosperity, proving that planning and saving is not theory, it's survival and success. Saving a portion of what you receive is also a way to prepare for the unexpected. Proverbs 21:20 says that the wise store up choice food and oil, while the foolish gulp theirs down. Saving 20% not only gives you an emergency fund, it also teaches discipline and foresight. If you want to keep your money safe and multiply what God gives you, learning to save like Joseph is not optional, it's essential. Lesson number 2. Avoid debt that enslaves. The Bible is clear. Debt can become a chain that ties your freedom. Proverbs 22:7 says, "The borrower is slave to the lender," and there's no way to sugarcoat that. When you rely on loans to live, you lose control over your decisions and your future. Avoiding debt doesn't mean avoiding investment. It means not giving your freedom to someone else. Being prudent with money is also being wise and obedient to God. The lesson is straightforward. If you want peace of mind and the ability to make decisions without pressure, stay free from debt that enslaves you. The Bible doesn't give vague advice. It gives warnings that resonate even today. Controlling your spending and living within your means is not limiting. It's strategic. Learning to manage what you have prevents others from dictating your life. Make financial freedom a biblical principle, not a luxury. If you've made it this far, and this video is providing value, subscribe to the Biblical Finances channel and tell me in the comments what you're learning. Lesson number 3. Money should not be life's goal. The Bible delivers a clear message. You cannot serve God and money at the same time. Matthew 6:24 says it plainly, and it's not optional advice, it's a warning. When money becomes your goal, you start living to accumulate, not to obey God. Remember, money is a tool, not an idol, and using it well reflects your wisdom and faith. Prioritizing God first changes the way you manage everything else. Having money is not wrong, but pursuing it as a god is. The Bible teaches that true wealth lies in obedience, character, and God's provision. When we understand this, we use our finances to bless, not to enslave ourselves. Keeping the Lord as a priority ensures that money works for you, not you for it. That is the difference between prospering with purpose or merely accumulating for the sake of accumulating. Lesson number 4. Work to earn it. The Bible is clear about laziness. There are no shortcuts to prosperity. Proverbs 6:10-11 warns that a little sleep, a little slumber, and poverty will come on you like a thief. Being lazy is not just bad for your finances. It's a real risk to your life and stability. If you want money and security, you will have to work for it with discipline and consistency. The Bible shows us that diligence opens doors that laziness could never touch. Working doesn't just mean surviving. It means using your time and talents to create value. Wealth gained without effort has no stability. Wealth that comes from honest work reflects obedience to God. Laziness brings scarcity, while discipline generates opportunities and security. In other words, your effort is an investment backed by God. Ignoring this is living at the mercy of chance, and the Bible teaches us to take control of our life and resources. Lesson number 5. Be a good steward of money. The Bible teaches that money does not truly belong to us. We are simply its managers. Luke 16:11 says that if we are not faithful with what belongs to others, who will give us what is ours? Being a good steward means planning, spending wisely, and using resources in ways that honor God. It's not just about saving or investing. It's about making intelligent and responsible decisions with what He entrusts to us. The way you manage your money reflects your character and obedience. Being a good steward also means avoiding waste and prioritizing what truly matters. The Bible shows that whoever manages little well can be trusted with much. This means being aware, organized, and strategic with every resource that comes into your life. Failing to do so wastes opportunities and potential. Learning to manage money well is one of the most practical ways to honor God and protect your financial future. Lesson number 6. Work with diligence and honesty. The Bible is clear. Consistent and honest effort brings results. Proverbs 10:4 says, "Lazy hands make for poverty, but diligent hands bring wealth." It's not just about working hard, but about working with focus, consistency, and integrity in everything you do. Negligence and shortcuts may seem tempting, but they always lead to scarcity. God blesses diligence, and that includes your finances and your reputation. Being diligent doesn't just mean completing tasks, but doing so with excellence and honesty. Every responsible and ethical action is an investment that generates trust and opportunities. The Bible teaches that those who work well and carefully will eventually see abundant results. Ignoring this risks stability and wastes potential. Your honest effort is more than work. It's a biblical principle that multiplies what God gives you. Lesson number 7. Be generous and God will bless. The Bible teaches that generosity is not optional. It's a principle that brings blessing. Luke 6:38 says, "Give, and it will be given to you, pressed down, shaken together, and running over." Giving with a sincere heart not only helps others, but opens the door to spiritual and material abundance. Generosity is a divine investment. What you give returns to you multiplied, often in ways you did not expect. Ignoring this is missing opportunities to grow and be blessed. Being generous also changes your character and perspective on money. The Bible shows that those who selfishly hoard risk becoming trapped in scarcity and anxiety. Giving doesn't mean weakening yourself. It means using your resources to create impact and blessing. Every act of generosity reflects obedience to God and increases your capacity to receive. In other words, true prosperity begins when you learn to give from the heart. Lesson number 8. Trust God, not just your wealth. The Bible clearly warns, do not put your trust in money, because it can vanish in an instant. Psalm 62:10 says, "Do not trust in extortion or put vain hope in stolen goods. Though your riches increase, do not set your heart on them." The problem isn't having money, but depending on it as if it were your security. Money can provide comfort, but only God can give you peace. When you trust your resources more than your Creator, sooner or later, you end up empty inside. True stability doesn't come from a bank account, but from firm faith. The Bible teaches that trusting in God sustains you even when everything else fails. He is the one who provides, opens doors, and preserves what money cannot buy. Having wealth is not wrong, but worshiping it is. Learn to enjoy what you have without losing sight of who gave it to you. Your trust should be in God, not in your balance. Lesson number 9. Share with those in need. The Bible teaches that helping those in need is a direct way to honor God. Proverbs 19:17 says, "Whoever is kind to the poor lends to the Lord, and He will reward them." Giving to the needy is not a loss, it's a heavenly investment. Every act of compassion and generosity is a seed that God Himself multiplies. When you help others, you become a channel of blessing and open the door to spiritual and material rewards. Money should not stagnate. It should flow to create impact and hope. Sharing with those who suffer demonstrates gratitude and faith because you recognize that everything you have comes from God. The Bible makes it clear that whoever gives to the poor is, in reality, giving to God, and He never comes up short. Do not ignore the suffering of others. Use your resources to make a difference. A generous heart is never empty. It is always rewarded. Lesson number 10. Seek wisdom. The Bible teaches that true wealth is not in money, but in wisdom. In the story of Solomon, God said to him, "Ask for whatever you want." Anyone might have asked for riches, power, or fame, but Solomon asked for wisdom. Because of that decision, God also gave him wealth, honor, and dominion. This shows that when you seek wisdom first, material blessings follow naturally. Wisdom is the foundation on which all lasting prosperity is built. Many today want results without knowledge, but the Bible makes it clear that ignorance comes at a high cost. Wisdom teaches you to invest better, make prudent decisions, and manage with purpose. Proverbs 3:13 says, "Blessed is the one who finds wisdom." In other words, those who seek it prosper. Before asking for money, ask for understanding, because wisdom gives you what money cannot buy: guidance, stability, and God's favor. Lesson number 11. Seek first the kingdom of God. The Bible gives us a formula that never fails. Put God first, and everything else will fall into place. Matthew 6:33 says, "But seek first His kingdom and His righteousness, and all these things will be given to you as well." This includes your finances, your projects, and your dreams. When your priority is God, He ensures your needs are met in a just and timely manner. This isn't about religion, it's about principles that activate real blessing. Many chase money and end up empty, but those who seek God find provision and purpose. He is not against prosperity. He is against putting prosperity above Him. When God takes first place, the rest of your life finds balance. Your faith, decisions, and resources begin to align. True abundance comes when you let God be your priority, not your last resort. The Bible doesn't just teach about faith, it also teaches how to manage money wisely. If you apply these principles, you will see real results: peace, guidance, and stability. God doesn't want you to live in fear of the future, but with purpose and trust in Him. If this video helped you, subscribe to the Biblical Finances channel, and let's keep learning together how to live finances according to biblical principles.